Welcome back to Suladan Plays Subnautica. You may be wondering, well, what more is there for you to do? You have cured the virus.
Captain.
Still cured, right? Yes. Well, there are things to be done. First, I think I emptied. Oh dear. Yeah, the peepers have taken over. Got a lava lizard in there still. I'm actually looking for something. Shout out to JW Savage for pointing this out. I picked up an egg a long time ago and stuck it in one of these. And yeah, I never actually got around to hatching it. These are crashfish eggs. See, some of these it's still good at labeling. Now, if I picked up more in the wild, they may not be labeled. I'm gonna grab that one too, because I don't know what that is. But this egg in particular is one that I have been told I want to hatch. Also microscope. Just gonna go ahead and bring that with me. I'm trying to, like, migrate some of my extra stuff. Bear with me, this may endeavor a few jump cuts while I migrate around. Okay, I did already migrate them. Okay. There was a time that you remember the couple of stalkers I left in storage? Yeah, they were there until recently, so I'm just gonna bring this extra copper and stuff with me. Also, as you can tell, I have recolored the sea moth that is now the sea skater. And let's see if I remember where we're going. So we have quite a journey on our hands. There's the everything else. You may notice that today the audio quality on the deeper rumblings of the deep is a little better. Long story short, I'm doing some stuff with the audio. Now the game audio and my audio are on separate tracks, so I can take the sound compressor off of the game audio and then balance them better in post. I noticed some of the deeper sounds, like the leviathans rumbling and such, was being heavily affected by the noise compressor. And that's too bad, because the sound quality is one of Subnautica's most shining qualities. Just some of the sounds you hear come from the deep. Especially if you keep the music volume down and the game volume up. Diablo 3 is another game that does that. If you turn a lot of the, I forget the exact numbers I use, but ambient sounds at 100%, and then the game volume's down super low so that you have to turn the speaker up to hear everything. There are so many ambient sounds that you'd never know are in that game. Rumbling rocks, chains dragging along the ground, distant wails, like wailing sound, like the sound of sad people wailing, not whales of ocean whaleness. I know we're in the ocean, but get your mind out of it. Hello, friend. Will you make sound for me? No? Okay. Well, I will drive under you then. But anyway, yeah. It really makes Diablo 3 a whole different game if you then play it with a, you know, headset and all. But yes, as you can see, we have made another base. I built it down here. This area is full of bone sharks, and they're persistent little boogers. I really would like it if the AI would, like, learn a little bit, so after after you zap them a couple times, if they'd learn to leave you alone for a little bit. But the reason I came down here is I found these nice little geothermal vents. I plopped a geothermal power thing. Ow. Yeah, they're not happy I zapped them. And then a bunch of these little power transmitters to make power lines with which to transmit the power to the base. The base is underwater and... oh dear, I left it set to search for quartz. Yeah, there's a lot of quartz over here, which is great because I needed a lot of quartz. But I forgot to turn the scanner off of quartz. Oh, that reminds me. Now that I don't have the virus, I can just fly up to these guys, and they'll cross their arms and teleport away. Because they're only programmed to seek out and attack, like, carriers of the virus. So they no longer see me as a viral threat because I have the enzyme in me. Also, it says that all of, like, the Leviathan... Hang on. Yeah, the Leviathan thing, it was due to its age that the enzyme it produced was more unstable. It said it had lived well beyond the lifespan of its race, but the parent doesn't die until the young hatch. So yeah, due to that whole situation, it far outlived its normal lifespan, and the enzyme it produced was unstable. But they couldn't figure out the hatching enzymes, they couldn't hear its telepathy, and, you know, things happen. But yes, this is the new base. In this beautiful, beautiful place down here with the blood vines. Just gonna appreciate that. Is that a heartbeat? Okay, we're gonna ignore that. I never noticed that before. But just, this is the new base. Don't open the docking bay, there's already something docked. Good. So the sound plays, but it doesn't actually do it. One minor complaint, the wire just zoops into the place. I'd rather have built an antenna and have it actually connect. Also, there's the fact that the lines can just zoop through the ground. I don't know how I feel about that. Hang on, this is the... I have 2 moon pools because I needed a way to dock it without having to undock the other thing first. But yes, first let's just come up here to back to the entrance. This is Omega Base. I've got little spotlights on the entrances. I got an entrance up here to scanner room, which I need to turn off the quartz scan anyway. And while I'm in here, I noticed there's this little cave off to the side. I want to explore that today. I forget. Also, one minor thing. I've noticed in the scanner, you end up with these... I know there's something in the map, like, and sometimes it's alien ruins and stuff, but it would be nice if it would filter things like that. Especially like if you're right next to the crash site. The ground underneath the Aurora crash is just rectangular. A little bit of finesse could be added by, you know, making that look more like a crash site on the scanners. It's just one of those details that seemed like you'd fix in the end of a game's development to really polish it up. Kind of like the fact that I can do this and see my feet just glide. Doesn't change anything gameplay-wise. It's just a minor critique. Also, this produces air so that I can just come up here and get air for. These are the neighbors. They're very, very nice. Very gentle. Got me an observatory, a couple of moon pools, lots of chambers. And if I float out here enough, I've got a fancy neighbor, but he's not always here. Where are you at? One of the fancier neighbors likes to wander off. There he is. Yeah, he's down here. He's just doing his stuff. I don't know why he's down here. Yeah, he's not happy about me. Fun thing. Oh no, he was attacking that thing. Yeah, they attack each other sometimes. Get behind a plant, it can't ram you through that. So, oh yeah, I was working on expanding that, adding a new chamber over here. I need to add a hatch over here also, but for the time being, that's my biogenerator for all the fuels. Don't tell me I didn't finish the hatch. No, this is... Well, I mean, I didn't finish this hatch, but this isn't the one I'm looking for. Yeah, let's not. Oh dear. Hang on. It's not the one I'm looking for anyway, I don't think. Yeah, this is the one I'm looking for. Bear with me. I've got a lot of things percolating. Okay, so first, Gonna drop that. This is the egg that I was told I needed to find. And it's actually got a little critter looking at me from inside of it, so that's interesting. I'm gonna drop that too to see what that is. And then we'll migrate on out of there. Okay. This is the biogenerator. It's a little hard to go down sometimes. Just don't click down too many times. There's nothing down there. See? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing! There's not a nuclear reactor. And this is my room. Yes, yes, very nice. It has a bed, a little plush. Coffee machine. Click. Click. It actually produces things. I just find that neat. I got my little wall plant. Wait, I can touch it? Oh, that's a trash can. Oh, I can touch the trash can. Thank you. Yes, you eat the cup and all. This is the lab. Speaking of which, I now have another microscope for my lab. Boop. I've been moving all of the like decorative stuff over into here, so I've got my little analyzers and all my prawn soup posters. Co-pilot number 2. Little miniature Aurora. It's got very nice window views, a desk, reinforcement. Do I have any more lithium? No, okay. I need storage compartments in there. I don't have that. Also moved the keep composter over here to the aquarium. Fantoon and Fantoon number 2 are over in here with some mesmers and other assorted shenaniganry. I'm gonna put these eggs in storage. I need a dedicated egg storage at some point. What was I doing? What was next? Oh, yes, I remember what was next. Okay. I'm hearing sounds I'm not used to hearing. And that's weird, given how much time I've spent in this game.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, we're gonna come over into here. I need to make sure I've still got the depth upgrade. Nope, okay. I found it's very useful to swap to extra storage when I need it. I was using it to gather scrap metal, and the extra storage was nice since I wasn't needing to go down super deep for that. Okay, we can put all that aside. And yes, I have recolored it too. It does occur to me though, I wanna... Never mind, I was gonna see if the interior had a color, because I was gonna see if I could change it in here, but I can't. Anyway, how do I get to where I need to get? Gonna be a jump cut while I figure out how to get where I need to get. Oh! Also, while on this subject, no, never mind, we'll cover that when I get there. I should probably emphasize some more how much I adore the Cyclops. I'll get into a lot more on that later. I'm holding my, like, more in-depth critique, review, etc. for a later point. I should also say that now that I know that this is a large open room instead of it being caves going off in different directions, yes, it is very easy to find the, quote, lava castle. It's just when you don't realize, due to the low visibility, until you start using sonar pings, you don't really see that that's one large chamber in the middle. Hey, Biggin. Yeah, it sees me. It's gonna hit me once. Or not. See, that one seems to have problems. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I actually got into a fight with a Reaper Leviathan, and like, that thing left me limping away because it didn't give up after just one hit. like the bigger one seems to, and it may be due to its size. There could be some sort of, you know, AI problem. But yeah, its tendency to attack me once and then leave makes it a lot less threatening. But the same could be said for a lot of things. I'll get more into that when we get to the actual, you know, me trying to do more of a review. But I feel like it's a missed opportunity that more enemies don't have unique interactions with the ship. Like for an Ampiel to try to wrap around your ship, sit there zapping the ship, and thereby having various electrical systems that could be damaged that I would have to get out and repair, like, oh, you've lost your radar, oh, you've lost your camera number 3. And then you'd have to climb out and use the repair tool and actually, you know, repair it, instead of it just being occasional hull damage. Hull damage that, I might add, doesn't actually cause the ship to take on water, it's all particle effects. Like, I got the Cyclops down to... okay, I've lost track of... Oh, right. Oh, back. There it is. I got the Cyclops down to like 10-20% health, and then just left it there, drove around for a while, and it never took on water, and that made me sad. I really wanted each compartment of the ship to be able to take on water, for me to have to use my bulkheads to like try to keep it from sinking while I hurry out and make repairs, and, you know. Anyway, so this area right here, this is the power plant. I missed this ramp somehow. I've been here now, like, in my own side time, didn't record it, but yeah, you come down here, and there's this whole other floor of the facility that I missed. This was a data terminal. This was what opened the force field control, and yes, I recolored him too. If you've noticed, the name of the prawn suit is now Heavy Lobster. You may or may not get the reference. The color is a hint. No, that's not what I'm looking for, data, but I don't know. Oh, now I remember. Yeah, this terminal over here, or it may have been that terminal. One of these terminals gave me the information I would have needed to find the lower chamber. And the other one told me about this being the geothermal plant. It's pulling in power to, like, for the ion cubes. And no, the lightning bolts don't hurt you. Or I've yet to manage to get into one to be hurt by it. Actually, I didn't think to try this. Nope, okay, then landing hurt me. Landing is the true enemy. And then this one up here had an orange light on it, and the reason I'm pointing it out is it had an interesting technology in it. Ion batteries and ion power cells. They hold 5 times the power of a regular one, meaning that since the Cyclops holds 6 power cells, it can now hold the equivalent power of 30 power cells. You know, likewise I could do that for the prawn and the sea moth, but I'm not, because I've never really had problems with their power. Since, you know, when I'm not using them, I dock them and they recharge, versus the Cyclops not having a means to do that. That's something I will mention in the review. It would be nice to have more variety there, and yeah, I could have used that to get down here, I forget. I don't remember where that one connects anyway, and it would have taken hunting. I'd have had to come down here and go out the portal to figure out where the other side of the portal was. But yes, this cave right here is a quick way to get in and out of here, or at least in my experience. If you find a faster way, then by all means use the faster way. Come over here. And you come up here. And you just kind of go straight. Bite me. I still don't understand how the boomerangs are down here, of all things. I mean, I'm guessing they had to pick a fish to be able to put down here, and it's just weird that it's the boomerang instead of it being a native, like, little lava-resistant fish. We're about to have to do a once over and make sure that we didn't pick up a bunch of passengers too. But yeah, that's what I wanted to show you here. I figured, you know, it'd be better to show than tell. Also, while we're here, let me go ahead and just show you there. These are what the ion power cells look like. They're greener. But instead of holding 200, they hold, you know, 1,000. Oh, and we're pleasantly free of magma worms. So yeah, let's just be on our way. I get lost in this part, so it'll take me a minute to find my way back out of here. Yay! One of the eggs hatched, and it's called a cuttlefish. I knew that much because the person that pointed out to me that I had that egg, like, mentioned it by name, and it was me not knowing what the name meant that led to me finding out about it. I don't remember where the exit is. The visibility down here can be a pain. That's one reason I think that in the Cyclops specifically, when you use the sonar, the topographical map should actually show up down here. That should be an option. I mean, that would justify the, you know, excessive energy cost it takes to use the thing. Because as it is, it's the exact same as the sea moths, minus the fact that it'll automatically keep going. So we use 5 times as much, like 5 or 6 times as much power just for the capability of it to keep pinging. But the ion power cells make that a lot less of a problem as long as I park it somewhere warm. Another thing that would have been interesting, different engines, different power generators. The Cyclops having more variety in the means that you can keep it charged. Strap solar panels all over the hull, but it makes the hull weaker. You know, give it a nuclear reactor, but that means, you know, some other downside. I like pros and cons and customization. This one's faster, but has less hull. This one's faster, but so high. Can we not? Yeah, you know what? We're gonna find out if this way leads there. Oh, you know what?
Ahead flagged. Emergency.
You can't kill me.
Vessel count. Excessive noise.
Wait, was that it? Nope, there it is.
Critical attack. Ahead standard.
Okay, so the Ghost Leviathans are the same way. They just hit you once and doot away. I mean, I do get that it's a warning strike, but it's just kind of eh. While we're down here, I feel I should... I have seen this facility, right? Yeah. I feel I should also point out the Sea Emperor and Sea Dragon Leviathans are indeed different types. This quarantine facility here has a Sea Dragon Emperor egg in it, and that's what drew the ire of that Sea Dragon Leviathan up here. It rammed it, caused it to fall, which released the Coronavirus onto the whole planet, leading to the quarantine, and is why there's a skeleton of a Sea Dragon Leviathan down here. Is presumably it couldn't handle the colder waters. Oh man, I was really hoping that this would connect. I know it does. The question is, do I want to spend the time to figure out where? Down there. But yeah, they are apparently separate things, and then, you know, it all ties together into the plot. And I'd really love that sort of environmental storytelling. Like that skeleton being there for a purpose, not just to be, ooh, spooky. The logs and what you see in the environment and all those little details, just the way they can touch together and create a story without having to rely on exposition specifically telling you the story. Don't get me wrong, I love exposition too. I think they are both valid means of telling a story. It's just in games like this where the focus of the game is isolation of a form, environmental storytelling, left behind lore and log messages, distress calls, things like that are a better means of storytelling, and it really works to this game's advantage. This is that tree that I mentioned a while back. Also, you know, just of note, it's a beautiful tree. Those are ghost leviathan eggs. No, I cannot harvest them. I wanted to hatch my own ghost leviathan and ride it around, but, you know, the game apparently knew that and said no. More realistically, it's that you can't get the eggs of any of the leviathan types. I mean, in fairness, you saw what happened to those, you know, hyper-advanced alien civilization that borrowed an egg from a sea dragon leviathan. It's probably for the best that I can't get a ghost dragon leviathan egg. It's like by having the egg in your base, they just spawn randomly in the area and hunt you. Please don't tell me I came down here for nothing. Please don't tell me I came down here for nothing. Tell me this cave leads somewhere. Tell me this cave leads somewhere, like, useful and not deadly. Oh wait, I know where this leads. The thing is, I don't know whether the Cyclops can fit. You know, maybe that would be the thing the Cyclops radar does, is when, you know, the red glow remains for a while. Also, I noticed the Cyclops doesn't have a thermometer anywhere in the HUD. Heads-up display, HUD. Oh, never mind, I'm in the upper one. Because that's the lava castle. I'm gonna go ahead and pause here, and I will see you next time. As always, thanks for watching.